Isn't it obvious? And if it is now and it wasn't before, don't feel bad about that. This is an isn't it obvious afterthought. They had a board in Gaylord High School that there was some kind of like senior week or some shit. Somebody had shit up and you could write down things on the board. And somebody said something about a long, slow screw. Isn't it obvious? But I have to say, this is so perfect. Somebody said to me in a very nice manner that wasn't rude. There was nothing rude in it whatsoever. And it's just very nice. It's not uncommon. Not as uncommon as you might think if you're driving down the road and you see the rude all around you. But metal, M-E-T-A-L, metal, M-E-D-D-L-E, metal, M-E-D-A-L, metal. Metal, there are like 4 different ways of spelling metal. And why don't we just get right down to the fucking other one? Not to be rude. I mean, imagine if in the olden days, people from different countries could fucking talk together and try and figure out, how's this gonna work for all of us? And you say, rude? That sounds, not very nice, doesn't it? Of course it doesn't sound very nice. It's not supposed to, because there's another spelling for rude. It's R-O-O-D, and it's got fucking sticks bound together. You're fucking a rude, a cross. What do you think they did to Jesus? Isn't it so obvious? So the whole isn't it so obvious thing, and this person said, I don't mean to be rude. Oh. Ichien Jidu Sherwoda Pangyo. Ichien Jidu Sherwoda Pangyo. Ichien Jidu Sherwoda Pangyo. Ichien Jidu Sherwoda Pangyo. Jesus was my friend. So let's play around with words and how we use them and how we make everybody feel like we're something better or something worse. Because that's what it amounts to when they split us up the way they do. They're trying to get somebody to say, okay, you're right, I'm worse than you. That's what they're doing. And as much as these people fucking say I'm no worse than you, in their head, in their fucking lives, they live it every day. That's rude. This person said, without being rude. I don't know what it is you're saying. It was basically that. And I take that in high esteem. It's a fine thing to have somebody actually ask you a question. What is the question? Isn't it obvious? It's not so. You see, you're not supposed to just naturally understand what the hell's going on with the things I'm saying. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy that said I'm gonna let shit out, you know? I mean, what better time? The First Amendment is still alive. Right now, they're gathering information. They'll come get us in the end. But it's like, fuck. You know, they're listening to everything I say anyway. We've all got cards with our money in them. Does it have an M and an F in the little fucking information bracket? I don't know. But you get this card because nobody will take cash where you're at anymore. And then you go to another fucking state and they say, we don't take cards, we want cash. There's just no order. It's falling apart. But this is what you're getting. I mean, you can listen to somebody that just lets shit go blah, 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 blah. And oh boy, two Polacks and a Jew walk into a fucking concentration camp. I got a small head, I know. The army even, they showed me that it was just very tiny, like 6 7/8. And then you find out that Einstein's head, I'd like to see, he probably wore a 6 7/8. It's just pressing the fucking brain together. It's pushing, you know, across the crevices and shit, you know. You call meninges, the little fucking weird thoughts are shared. And then it's like, whoa, people make fun of you. But ask Bill Clinton, nothing wrong with a little head. Just trying to get away from being too serious for a minute here. What do a goat and a possum have in common? They're both fun to fuck till they've been dead for about 4 days. Not made for kids. So it's just basically you're not being rude. That's a very, very happy thing that happened to me, being asked, honestly, what the fuck is this? Without being upset and asking what drugs, look at me. Very nice. Is it rude to ask what the fuck is going on? You're supposed to just be able to look and you can see a little bit of yourself in it. And if you become a little bit more of yourself, people will back off a bit, just naturally. It's like magic. Just fucking back off. Take a look inside. Victoria, she had said when we first got together, I would like to take a walk through your mind. And I said, watch out for the things in the shadows. But isn't this what it's about? Just being able to say something. Fleeting thoughts. This is the First Amendment with free reign. We will never see something like this again. I believe we will never see something like this again. Believe in one hand and shit in the other and fucking throw it in a monkey's face and fight it till death. It's the same fucking outcome. That's just the passing thought. Don't worry. You're supposed to be able to take the stuff from just an inane member of society and decide whether you want to be the insect or the animal. Do you want to just keep feeding the fucking industry no matter what it happens to be at the time? Or do you want to be able to think about it? And as I'm just convinced, I want to say Michaud, but I'm sure I know Michaud was the dude that I was in basic training with. But it's not the same Michaud. He says that, and I'm pretty sure I'm wrong too, but he says the happiest slave is the slave that he doesn't know he is one. However, I disagree. I think, and I've said it before, Montaigne. Montaigne it was. Montaigne. That French fucker guy, Montaigne. Montaigne. It's Romantic fucking language, so I suppose it means mountain of some sort. In French. He said, the happiest slave is the slave that doesn't know he is one. But I say, the happiest slave is the one that does know he is a slave. Because at least that way, you've got a choice. Is it obvious?